Han meditations. But when we're on Earth, we're held to this low level of gravity and low density. So we're not truly solid. We're living in a light matrix where we are truly light, but we seem to be solid.
So if one listens to Advaita Vedanta carefully, thinks about it, everybody has to come to this question. If we are already Brahman, if you're already the Absolute, then what is the purpose of appearing as a sentient being and going through all these struggles, the suffering of life, and then the gradual awakening and following the spiritual path and coming to an enlightenment and realizing that you're Brahman, which you already were? So what was the purpose of the whole thing? The answer is contained in the question itself. He mentions causality there. Swami Vivekananda would often say, this question itself is wrong. We can ask, why is this question wrong? You see, when we ask this question, it leads us to a deeper question about questioning itself. What is a question? What are we asking for here? We are asking for an explanation. And what is an explanation? It's asking for a cause. We see an effect and we want a cause of that. So the grass is wet and I want to know why. What would satisfy me? Maybe an answer like, it rained and therefore the grass is wet, or the sprinkler was at work and therefore the grass in the lawn is wet. And that answer satisfies me. Why? I have got a cause. I was looking for a cause and I've got a cause. Now this seems fine. So why should we not ask, why is there this entire cycle, the whole game of life, why is it there? We can ask for a cause of that. It won't work. Why? Because, see, when I am asking and talking like this, notice my language. Why? Because. It's all about causality. And yet, the answer given in Advaita Vedanta is this entire cycle of life, this game of life, it appears because of Maya. So how does that help? What is Maya? One way of understanding Maya is space, time, and causation. It's like when you have a theatrical performance, you need a stage. So in the theatrical performance of this universe, the stage is space, time, and causation. And this stage is...
That's powerful. The stage is space, time, and creation. That in itself is beautiful. I love that.
Provided by Maya. So, when you have causation as part of the stage, you can't ask for a cause of Maya because it's like asking for a cause of causation. And to make that more clear, it's like, so space and time, if you ask, what is outside space? What is before time? Notice, when I ask before time or outside space, before time means I'm already assuming time. Before and after are time words. Before and after are tense, past tense, future tense. So these are time words, which means you have already accepted time. Only within time does it make sense to ask before and after, past, present, and future. Only when you have accepted the concept of space, it makes sense to ask inside and outside. So this universe is space. So what if a child may ask, what's outside the universe? Nothing, you can't answer that. Because outside also already means space. So when there is no concept of space, there is no concept of outside, inside. Just like that, before Maya, without assuming causality, one cannot ask for a cause. The moment you ask for a cause, you're already asking for a cause within. Within Maya, one can ask for a cause. But about Maya itself, one cannot ask for a cause. It's just as meaningless as to ask what is outside space, what is before time. Similarly, what is the cause of cause? Cause of causality? It doesn't work. So that's a logical answer, why one cannot meaningfully answer this question. But one should be able to understand logically why it is not possible to answer it. Now the question was, is there no answer until one is enlightened? That is true. That is true. I like this. One of our senior Swamis said, it's on our side there is only the question and no answer. On the side of those who are enlightened, They don't seem to ask this question. They have the answer, but not the question. And the question is gone and dissolved. It's not a problem to them. After enlightenment, it's not a problem. That's why in the Himalayas, the monks have a saying that when somebody asks a question about Maya, they would say, Maya ko pratishthit mat kijiye Mahatma ji, Maya ko kaatiye. Don't try to establish Maya, oh monk. Try to go beyond Maya. Try to negate Maya. So when you are asking why this happens, one wants a reasonable, logical answer. But there's no reasonable, logical answer because this world, from an Advaitic perspective, never was. It's like a riddle, it's like a mystery, so it never was. It's an appearance. There is no reasonable, logical answer within the dream for a dream. I give the example of being chased by a lion in a dream. Now if I ask, where did this lion come from? The real answer is there is no lion, wake up. But if I won't accept that answer, no, I see a lion, you must give me an answer. Then you have to say the lion came from the jungle. But where in the jungle? Well, from its daddy lion and the mummy lion. And where did they come from? Oh, they came from their parents. And where did that come from? There's no end to this, you can see. And none of it is actually true. So that is the answer, or non-answer, if you will. What is to be done? See, this is a path. It is to be walked upon. Accept that Advaita Vedanta is telling me you are Brahman. Our immediate reaction is, I don't know. I don't know that. I may hear it, I can listen to it, but I don't feel it, I don't realize it. That is Maya. What is Maya? That I don't know. It's not real for me yet. That is Maya. That's all the proof that we need of Maya. Now the thing is how to overcome it. How to go beyond that and realize, who am I?
Wow, that was really interesting to watch. So if you don't know what Maya is, Maya just has to do with the illusion of the perceptions of this world and this reality. So that's what he was talking about whenever he meant Maya. So it's just very cool to hear his perspective. From my perspective, when I think about what is the purpose of life and why are we here, from my perspective, the purpose of life is to expand and grow in a limited physical atmosphere and environment. So there are beings out there that aren't limited in a physical sense, and they can jump from dimension to dimension. They can be in spirit. They can be whatever form they want to be. But when we're on Earth, we're held to this low level of gravity and low density because we are all, in a sense, solid. So we're not truly solid. We're living in a light matrix where we are truly light, but from our perception, we are in a dense place where we seem to be solid. So from this perspective, in being in a place like this, where there are emotions, where you can get caught up in living in this reality, the purpose is to grow and expand your mind. And people come into this world and this reality with certain themes that they want to play out in their head. And they want to play these themes out in real life as a human being. So my personal theme is that I believe is growth, expansion, healing your mind and your body, and teaching others how to do the same thing as well as my connection with extraterrestrials. That's another theme I like to have. And we all have different themes that we want to play out. And one of my huge themes as well is forgiveness, forgiving people around me. And it's just a beautiful process because a lot of people have multiple themes that they want to play out and they want to experiment with. And it's almost like a playground where we can come here, and there are plenty of souls that are trying to get here now because it's such a beautiful time to be here. So it's just a cool experience. And that's my perspective on why we're here. What do you think, Kelly? What is your perspective on why we're truly here?
Absolutely. So Maya, it sounds like, kind of makes up the reality as we know it. And especially if you're not very spiritual, it's just the way you see reality. We're here, we live in time, space, and we're physical beings. But that's just one small portion of all that truly is and all that we are as well. And the way I see it is, of course, we are all come from source, from light source, from God. God is the brightest light source you could ever have. And we have a little piece of that light within us, which is what we truly, truly are. And the way I see it is that God, light source, is a very curious creature. And God, light source, knows that no matter what, they will be light, they will be good because they are God, right? They can only do good, they can only do the highest vibration. And since God can make everything, they want to see what is possible, every single scenario possible.
Well, I'll just say all that is couldn't be all that is without including all that is. So
Yes.
that's just a simple way to explain it,
Yes. So the way I kind of see it is that God wants to see, okay, well, if a portion of me exists in this kind of body at this period of time, at this place, in this life, what happens under these circumstances? Billions upon billions upon billions of infinite times. What happens in this scenario, that scenario, and see what happens. See if we can realize what we truly are. See if we can forget it all and still go back to the light source under every single circumstance possible to create all that is, to go through all that is. So that's the way I see it.
Yeah, it's just such a cool experience of expansion and growth that we're experiencing together. And that's why we're truly building a community on this channel. We like to talk with you guys. We like when you guys comment. We like to see what's on your mind and what kind of videos you like to watch and just get that conversation going, because the more intention that we all put into something like this, something beautiful and expansive, the more we are able to grow as a community and move into this new beautiful earth where everybody is going through expansion and enlightenment in their mind. So this is just one part of the whole that we're all experiencing together. So please, guys, let me know what you think of this video and comment on the video, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, support the channel any way you can, because we drop new videos every single day. We're putting in a bunch of work, a ton of effort just to bring you guys this content, just to kind of spread this awareness out into the reality and the ether of space-time, because we want people to truly be more aware, more open, more connected than ever before. And now's the time to do it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We love you all. And just, we're going to be here. If you need anything, let us know. Thank you.